brain sounding good right now. The holidays are a time to celebrate family connections, but what happens when it just becomes too much?
Child specialist Chala Aurora from Sugar Mill and Meadow Montessori School in Richmond joins us with some insight into keeping your family happy and healthy during the busy holiday season. Good morning, and thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Now, the biggest challenge for a lot of parents is to keep the children out of mischief during this long break, because the adults sometimes have to go to work, leaving the children around with maybe an older child.
And you know, during school, everything is planned for them. And then they go home and they have their routine. You know, you have to eat, then take your bath, we'll read a book, and it's bedtime. During the holidays, there's a lot more free time. So I say the best way is to have them be your helper. Help around the house. There's so much that always needs to be done. There's cleaning, cooking. You can see I brought in a few things here.
Mini-me, so
Yes,
you're going to make it where their little hands can grasp it.
Exactly.
I've never seen a dustpan that little before, and nor have I seen a cute little whisk so making it so that they can do it. Even a scrub brush that those tiny little hands can reach around.
Help scrub vegetables. Cooking in the kitchen with your kids, I think, is one of the best bonding moments, and it gets them involved. You can pre-measure everything. They just dump it in, pour it in. They can help you mix, scrub veggies. You know, if you have trouble with your child eating their vegetables, sometimes helping prepare that in advance makes them more inclined to try it later on.
Now, you have maps and calendars, and I'm trying to figure out how do they fit into all of this now.
Well, you know, you might be traveling during the holidays, and so that could mean little meltdowns happening because they're tired, they're not eating on schedule. So I say plan in advance. That's the best thing you can do. Have a calendar, mark down the days. Create a sense of excitement rather than anxiety. If you're taking a road trip, especially if it's long, map it out, show where you'll stop so they have something to constantly look forward to.
That's a good idea. So put them into all of the planning. Don't be just doing it. And maybe you won't have to hear, "Are we there yet?"
And you're like, no, look at your map.
It's something else you say that it actually kind of changes their mood if they do still stay well hydrated, and that's something I think that kids, I always have to push my kids to drink more water. They just, it doesn't naturally come to them, I don't think.
Yes, and you know what you can do? Make it fun. Maybe cut up some fruit in there to add some color, add a little flavor also. They can choose which fruit so they still feel like they're in control, and then they'll most likely drink the water.
What's the most important thing that you think a parent should remember, especially during this particular time of year?
You know, the best thing you can do, anyone with kids know, is just planning a little bit in advance. They need to know, and you don't have to entertain them 24/7, but maybe one special activity each day that they could look forward to, or one cooking project, or you got a new coloring book. I mean, something so simple that they could look forward to.
Now, something else that happens this time of year, everyone seems to get sick, and it seems like come Christmas Day, everyone's coughing and hacking. Do you have a suggestion of how to keep the little ones healthier?
You know, we at our school, we're always telling them to wash their hands. You can even come into our little infant room. As soon as they start walking, we have sinks really low, and we start teaching them to wash their hands. That's the most important thing. Coughing in their elbow is something that we teach them as well to help avoid the spread of germs. But eventually, they're just building up their immune system.
Just look at it.
Now, what I did notice is very obvious. You don't have any electronic games, no tablets or anything of that sort. Because, you know, put a kid in the backseat of a car, they want the DVD.
They do. And, you know, we like to give them hands-on activities. I work with children under the age of 6, and, you know, we have computers in the classroom, but still, they love to play with the Legos and blocks. They like to have their hands in everything. And if you think about how many generations have actually been playing with Legos, it's amazing.
Well, we appreciate you coming in, Sean, from the Meadow Montessori School.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate your time. Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. To you, too.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, let's check in with Clyde. What are you up to?